everybody, welcome back. Today we've got a viewer's request. I had one of our friends reach out and say they want to know how to put together a sausage board. Some people also call these charcuteries. If you know my dad, he has cooked on a barbecue team, charcuterie, and so this request was right up my alley. This is a really great dish for you don't want to cook a whole meal, it's a summer evening, and you want your family just to be able to graze. Or if you're having friends over, it's a really good way to make it look really nice, impress some people, and also maybe introduce them to some things they haven't tried before. So when I had this request, I took it as a challenge and I said, I'm going to introduce you to some things that you might not have tried before. So a few key things for this. The first thing, if you think about it and you're calling it a sausage board, you're going to need your sausage. So I'm going to use Hillshire Farm Polish kielbasa. You can also use something with a little bit more spice to it. My goal with my sausage board is to balance sweetness and spicy, because not everyone's going to like spicy and not everyone's going to like sweet. So if you give a nice variety, you're going to hit somewhere in the middle and people are going to find something so that they don't leave your house hungry. So to this, the key thing I'm going to need to do is I'm going to punch this up a little bit. So I'm going to do that with Big D's Game On. You guys know this is my favorite seasoning. It's the first one to roll out, the new packaging with the Big D's logo right here on the front. It's going to show you some logos of things you can use this on. It doesn't have a sausage, but this video is letting you know it's really good on sausage. I'm also going to have my Big D's barbecue sauce handy. Now if you're local, you can get this from us in the fall of 2020. This is going to come online. We're going to be able to ship it out to you guys. If you don't have Big D's, use your favorite sauce. All right, the other products that I'd like to introduce you to are the Sweet Swine O'Mine products. Our good buddy Mark Lambert, this is his line. He also has seasonings that are wonderful. We encourage you to try those. But Mark has come up with a few things that are going to take your sausage board, your charcuterie board, to the next level. So the first thing is sweet barbecue pretzels. We bought these, the first time we brought these home, I don't even think they made it on the car ride home. These are addictive. It's going to impress your friends. Something a little bit different, something different than a traditional pretzel. And one of my other favorites that Mark has in Sweet Swine O'Mine are his garlic dill pickles. This is actually his grandmother's recipe. And so he has been producing it, bottling it, and he can ship it right to you. Now we like to really brag on our friends, introduce you to them, and I have no issue introducing you to Mark. Mark has Sweet Swine O'Mine Distributing. We will put the links down in the comments to this video. You can get your Big D's seasoning from him. You can also get the pickles, the pretzels, all at one place. And I don't mind sending business his way, because every time there is an event, Mark has donated. A lot of the steak cook-offs that we do now are usually benefiting some sort of charity, and so it's not unusual to show up and he has donated a red box smoker or something that is going to be raffled off to help raise money for charity. Now, I've introduced you to a few key, kind of the main event stars to this charcuterie board. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to add some fruit. So I like to get some grapes just for appearances. The larger the better. Get what's available at your store. I've also cut into wedges a whole pineapple. So we've got two different types of fruit here. We're going to take the pineapple to the grill. This is going to help blend the flavor of that sweet, savory, and then that barbecue flavor together. So all your flavors, you're going to create a really good flavor profile that's going to impress some guests. Now, lastly, you got to have cheese. Cheese is one of my favorite foods to eat. It's a great snack. I love to put it on my burgers, my sandwiches. So as you're putting together your board, you really want to think about balance for cheese. You want to offer a couple varieties. So the first one I'm going to have is pepper jack. A little bit more heat to this. A lot of people like pepper jack, something that they know, and if they like spicy, they're going to go for this. Then I'm going to introduce them to something new. So here I have Mediterranean sunset cheddar, and this has some roasted red peppers, roasted tomatoes built right into the cheese. So this is gonna give them something a little bit different. It's gonna bring in some savory flavors and let them try something new. And to make sure we're meeting, if you have kids there, if you have someone who really likes to stay in the middle with flavor profiles, just some good old sharp cheddar cheese. So the first thing we're gonna do is we've taken our kielbasa out of the wrapping. We're gonna take our game on. This has a little bit of a moist texture, so we're just gonna sprinkle a little game on right on top. And it's gonna start to stick to one side. Wait a few minutes, we'll flip it over. And this game on, it's filled with lots of herbs. So you've got things like rosemary, thyme, parsley. We've got some seasoning salt in there. It's gonna make sure when this hits their lips, it's gonna be a good flavor. Our next thing, we're gonna go to the grill. All right, so now that we've got the sausage pretty much cooked, the next thing we're gonna do is use our brush, put a light coating of barbecue sauce around it, put it back on the grill, let it sit 5 to 10 minutes, let it set this as a blaze. All right, so we've pulled our sausage off the grill, the glaze is set nicely. We took our wedges, it gave us a perfect amount of time for a little less than 10 minutes. We put pineapple on the grill, just giving it a little smoky flavor, a few little char marks on there. And now we're ready to assemble. It also gave us time to cut up our cheese. So here's my tip if you want to make this look fancy. Now if you don't care about being fancy, just chop it regularly. Point your knife to a pretty sharp angle. So I got that rounded corner off. My first piece isn't gonna be perfect, but now cutting this at an angle, it's gonna make it look a little fancy. It's gonna be able to lay there. People are gonna say, ooh, they're gonna think you spent a lot of time on this. And that's my favorite kind of thing, is make them think I spent a lot of time, but really I threw this together in less than 20 minutes. So I'm gonna keep cutting up here. All right, next thing I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna build the board. And I don't know if you can hear the thunder in the background. This is great for a party, but it's also great for a night in with the family. All right, here's the finished sausage board. We're ready for a cozy night in. We're gonna graze, watch a movie. We've got Sweet Swine O'Mine pretzels. We've got Sweet Swine O'Mine spicy garlic dill pickles. And what I tried to do is just build some height. So used my grapes, made some height, tried to balance my colors. We've got sausage here. You wanna make sure you've got enough of Big D's barbecue sauce. People are gonna wanna dip that. You've got grilled pineapple, and here you have cheese. Put a little fresh rosemary on top because that aroma's gonna hit them, and man, are they gonna be excited. So everything's gonna be down in the comments for the video. You can go to Sweet Swine O'Mine Distributing and buy everything at one place, or you can send us a message. Thanks for watching. We appreciate you spreading kindness. Bye.